What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Ranked and Relentless podcast. Take fucking 3 on this episode. This is a show where we talk about your favorite, this week and next week favorite, we'll figure it out. But we talk about new and retro albums, and we give you our top 5 favorite songs from those albums. I'm Rob.
I'm Austin.
We tried to do this a couple of times, like a week and a half ago. Mm-hmm. So just peel behind the curtain. Usually there's like a week and a half to 2 weeks before the episode actually comes out that we recorded. So there's a little bit of buffer between. So by the time an episode comes out, we've usually got 1 or 2 already in the can.
Yeah.
This episode is coming out tomorrow. I'm immediately, once we get done with this, I'm like tonight I'm going to get this one quickly edited for tomorrow. Hopefully we sound better. I apologize about the You Me at 6 video. I did not double check. We were just picked up on the webcam mic. I think it still was okay.
It's still fine. Yeah.
But it's, it's not crystal clear. It's a little quiet. But it is what it is. This week we're talking about Nickelback again. Talking about Feed the Machine. We had to pump the volume for Nickelback for sure.
It's Nickelback, man. They're the greatest. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm not gonna say they're great. I love Nickelback. I love them. We're going to tear through the whole discography.
We are.
This album, Feed the Machine, is a very interesting one because we've talked about exclusively early Nickelback so far. Like we've done the second album, which was The State, the third album, which was Silver Side Up, and the fifth album, which was All the Right Reasons. All 3, our opinions at least, pretty fucking good albums.
Yep.
After, so it kind of goes like they open up with Curb back in like 96, which might as well not even be the same band. You might as well just call them Nirvana Jr. because that's what they were trying to be. That's really what it was. Like it's a tough listen for a lot of people. I'm not going to lie to you. If you think
it was, but the second time I was like, it's not bad.
There's a charm.
Really not, yeah.
There's a charm. The opening riff in Little Friend I love.
Yeah. Trust me.
It's
there's
just
worse.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot worse. He thinks we're going to talk about worse next week, which we kind of are. But that opening riff of Little Friend, just open note to third, dun-it, dun-it, dun-it. Like, that sounds so good.
Right.
But, then after that they put out The State, which, very charming album. Because there's very, very few tells in that album of, like, hey, this is where Nickelback's going. Like, they were still kind of a post-grunge band. But you can there's a couple of songs you can kind of say, I see where they might be going. Then Silver Side Up is when you get Nickelback at their best, probably. As a great album.
In The State, you kind of get a little bit like, all right, we're getting a little bit of Nickelback.
Yeah. It's fun because the production value's not there.
It's not there. But I love that old, like, EP style,
Yeah,
like
that like
get the start of a band. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of newer bands now that they come out and their first album is so produced, like they've been in the game for 10 years.
Yeah, I hate that.
I'm not one of those. Hey, man, like you don't deserve that. Like you need to go through the EP. You need to go through because it's a little bit different now. But I enjoy still. Chevelle. That's one of my favorite albums. Point number 1, and that is literally just in a room like this they recorded in, like no EQ whatsoever.
Another band who we will cover everything in the discography. We absolutely will. Once we get through the 2 that are in the bowl right now, we will make it. It's not a bowl, it's a wheel now, which I like wheels. But once we get those, we'll add another couple, which we got to add another Nickelback album after this. But after this, Silver Side Up, then you get The Long Road, which was when they were kind of really like they're big on the radio at that point. So when you got Someday, Feeling Way Too Damn Good, shit like that. After that, All the Right Reasons that we covered, that's peak. That's as big as it gets. That's Photograph. That's Saving Me. That's as big as it gets for them. Then after that, you get your 6th album. You get Dark Horse. That's when the chinks in the armor start to show. That's a story of 2 albums to me.
Okay.
Because this is whenever everybody talks about, Nickelback just talks about sex. You're talking about Dark Horse. And what's crazy is most people are talking about The Long Road whenever they think that because they're thinking Figured You Out.
But there's that
That's the one song on The Long Road that's about fucking is Figured You Out. That's it. Half of Dark Horse is about sex. Like, there's literally a song called Sex on Dark Horse. Sex, Next Go Round, Shaking Hands, Something in Your Mouth. Those are all on one album.
He was with what's her name at that time?
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I think they had just started.
Because that's when she went that kawaii bullshit. So I mean,
this was right before that. Yeah. Which you could tell he helped her write that. You could tell by the vocal melody in the chorus he helped write that. But Dark Horse. But then all the ballads on Dark Horse, I fucking hate.
Really?
Like some of my least favorites, like Gotta Be Somebody's. I fucking hate that shit. There's songs on Dark Horse I fucking hate. Then after that, you get to Here and Now. I like Bottoms Up because it's basically Burn It to the Ground that was on Dark Horse.
Right.
I like Bottoms Up. That's about it. There's nothing else on Here and Now I really give a shit for. They've got This Means War, which is about like cage fighting. I don't know what the fuck Chad Kroeger knows about that.
I think is the only one that I truly know on that album.
And I don't even care for that one.
Yeah.
I don't, because like I don't, I don't like whenever courses just build and build and build and don't really go anywhere.
Right.
That's kind of how that course feels. It's going somewhere, and it just never really, like, if they would have broken to some halftime at some point, I'd have been like, that's the best song they ever wrote. But then after that, they put out No Fixed Address. That one sucks. No Fixed Address is a bad album. That is their worst album. So it was there was nowhere to go but up after
downhill.
that. Yeah, that was as bad as it gets. There's nowhere to go but up. So then they put out Feed the Machine.
But shocked the shit out of everybody.
It really did. Like it. I've seen like YouTubers. So you ever watch Fluff on YouTube, the guitar guy? So somebody had hit him up because like he was doing like reaction videos there for a while whenever those were real popular. And somebody hit him up like, yo, like, you need to peep this new Nickelback out and tell me what's up. And specifically the song they wanted him to watch was Betrayal Act 3. Yeah. They're like, yo, listen to this solo in this fucking song, dude. And like he's watching it. The video's kind of cringy. Because, like, right before they get to that last chorus, there's a point where, like, Chad, like, hits, like, a fucking, like, pose, and you see him look off to the side of the camera to wait for his cue when to come in for the last. It's rough to watch, like, but.
It's like they just wrote that song, recorded it, and he still didn't learn it yet.
No, like, it really felt like that. But that song's heavy as fuck, and that's a surprising theme on this album coming after the last two that we just had. Because the last two were kind of fucking dumpster fires. In my opinion, the two that preceded this, Here and Now, No Fixed Address, I'm in no hurry to cover either one of those, which means we're probably going to have to put one in the bowl soon so that it's not the last one that we do. Right. Those are bad albums. This one, the only other one that I think is under Feed the Machine would be the one that comes after it, Keep Rolling or whatever the fuck it's called. Which, like, there's a couple of okay, so like San Quentin's an all right song. None of the songs off Keep Rolling's offensive. Like, none of them I think are like, oh my god, this is bad. But there's also none of them that I'm like, holy fuck, this is good.
It's kind of a okay.
Yeah, like, which this album, I'll be completely honest with you, more songs than not, I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Right.
There are a few that I'm like, this is pretty fucking good.
Like, my top 5, I enjoy the shit out of the other ones.
It's
another Nickelback,
specifically, like the top 3 of mine, I love. Specifically, the top 3, I really, really, I think they all scored in the 4s. My number 4, I'm like, yeah, I like this. My number 5 surprised me. I didn't think it'd make it.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest. I was surprised the fuck out of me out of my number 5, and I think that my number 5 making it kind of sets the stage of how I feel about the rest of the album. Because, like, fuck, if that made it, then fuck. How do you feel about the rest of these? This album, like, it's not – I'm not going to sit here and say it's a great album. I'm going to say of the – I believe that's 10 Nickelback albums. I would rank it as the 6th best. Yeah. But the 5 that are before it, solid. I really enjoy. Because right before this is Curb. For me, at least. Right before this is Curb. And I really like Curb, and then just before Curb is Dark Horse, and like I like Dark Horse. Once we get past Dark Horse, it's unequivocally I love this because that's all the right reasons. That's Silver Side Up, that's The Long Road, and State. Like those are fucking amazing.
And that's what I say. Like, man, when Nickelback hits, they're not just like they. For me, you know, I'll always shit on Nickelback just because it's Nickelback. This is the easiest thing to do, but in reality, like when Nickelback hits, there's not a song that I won't sing. You know, Photograph, probably still to this day, probably one of the most annoying ones to me, but we're playing it, I'm belting it.
It's infectious.
You know, it is.
I'll be singing that.
About them,
I'll be singing them more than just a steering wheel, that's for goddamn sure. I'll be singing the dashboard and everything, too. I'll be singing to that ditch whenever I drive into it from listening to Photograph too fucking much, I'll tell you that.
Right. I'll listen to it every 5 years, and I like it.
It's one of those that, like, I remember when Photograph first came out, I was like, yo, this is a bop. And then we talked about this a lot. You know, we're both in our 30s, so we were very much the rise of MTV and the radio, and we're all listening to FM radio as kids. Whenever a song like Photograph comes out, you're hearing it every 20, 30 minutes, you know. And if you listen to the radio as much as I know we did, like, you're hearing it too fucking much. Yeah. So it's... Now, like when we went back and did that album, like I'm paying, obviously doing active listening as opposed to passive listening. I'm paying attention to the production value and everything, and that really felt like a rush job.
Yeah,
it felt like they were like, all right, we got to get this one out now, because obviously it was the first single, and it really felt like it was like, we got to get this out now. The bitch is going to love this one. Like, it really felt like that whenever we went back and listened to
Not
that
only
one.
was it rushed in the studio and writing, that music video was rushed. That music video is one of the cringiest things.
Yeah, dude, I'm just going to go back to my hometown, just walk around a little bit.
Right.
You guys are going to look. It's like, in theory, it's a fine premise.
Yeah.
It's a fine song. It's an overused one, and I don't mean that just in the grand scheme of alt-rock music. I mean that in the grand scheme of Nickelback, because there's a fucking song on this album that's literally just fucking Photograph Part 2. It literally covers the same fucking ground about his hometown and how much he misses it. It's like, I hated it, but I kind of miss it. And being back in my hometown, you know, I feel it. I kind of...
Look, man, this hometown sucks.
Look.
Only good thing about here is there's a daiquiri shop every square mile.
I've been drinking so many fucking daiquiris. I've been drinking so many fucking daiquiris.
That's about it.
I'm
like,
surprised
hey, look,
I
there's
didn't
this corner.
bring
All right, look, there's a daiquiri shop. Just drive 5 minutes any radius. There's either a Dollar General with alcohol or some daiquiri shop that has everything you need.
Tipsy Tigers, buy one, get one smalls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And apparently there's a buy one, get one on Mondays over at Urban. I found that out on accident. Urban daiquiris is where I found out you can mix multiple daiquiri flavors together. I didn't know that before. I didn't know that before.
That was a thing either.
Yeah, you get the blueberry Dum Dum mixed up with the attitude adjustment.
Attitude is the only one I ever go for.
Well, because it's the only one that'll actually get you a little drunk.
Well, between that, but like for the flavor wise, like that's my favorite.
Mix it with the blueberry Dum Dum, dude. Okay. Because the blueberry Dum Dum, like if you like the Dum Dum suckers, you'll love that fucking thing.
Okay.
But it's also not strong. But you mix in the attitude adjustment.
I'm to the point that even if I get an attitude adjustment, I'm still adding an extra shot. No matter what daiquiri that anybody wants to get a gallon of, even if it's just straight strawberry, basic shit, we get an extra shot or two in that.
If you have any kind of tolerance, like you have to. Because
daiquiris are just sugar. They ain't got no alcohol in them.
They rule, though. They taste amazing. The food here is amazing. I haven't had any bad food yet. Like, literally, the grocery stores have been taking care of me well. Like, just the hot bar at a grocery store. Fucking shout out Village Market in Port Vincent. I'm there every day getting lunch.
It is crazy what they've like. I'm not gonna say what they've become, but just what it used to be
when it was Parker's or whatever it was.
Now,
yeah, it's completely different. But I get it. Like by now I'm back in my hometown. I get the appeal of songs like that. I still kind of hate it. I don't want to live here because I was scared. There's a few hours. I'm not going to go into this on the podcast. There's a few hours where I thought I might be stuck here for a while, and I was panicked. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Georgia, I'm coming back home. Georgia's on my mind, Mr. Ray Charles. I'm telling you that right the fuck now. And that's going to happen. But before that happens, we're going to go ahead and start ranking this Nickelback album.
Yes.
Because we've got 2 episodes we've got to do today.
Yep.
Now, before we get a little caveat before we get into this, I'm not going to say what we're covering next week. I hope I haven't already. Because I want it to be.
No one knows what we're covering.
We
weren't going to do this except for I made the suggestion to do this once we couldn't do the episode.
Yeah.
So our fans have no idea what the next one is.
So I'll tell you what it is at the end of this.
Ever exist.
It's not.
It's not the worst album. I just hate this band.
I hate the band too, but I like this album. There is an album that, because we had to push things back, and Austin was like, "Look, we're not going to have time. We need to do 2 episodes in one day. We're not going to have time to do a lot of."
Yeah.
We're not to do the wheel spin or whatever. He's like, look, I know you want to cover this one. Let's get it out of the fucking way whenever we do the Nickelback one. More on that after we get out of here. But first, I'm going to go ahead and share this screen, and we are going to talk about the album that we're talking about right now, which just so happens to be Feed the Machine. It's track 1 right there. So, before we get into our list, Austin, overall ranking, what'd you give this one out of 5?
I got a straight 4.
Straight 4.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this album.
That's impressive.
I really, really do.
3.4 for me.
Really?
What I like I said, what I like, but there's some songs I fucking hate.
There was a lot of just kind of basic. I love my top 5, but still, even there's not much songs. There's only one song in here that I'm going to skip. I'm going to skip every time, but at the same time, I can get through the intro and the verse. Chorus is not so bad. It's just I hate the vibe of the song.
Yeah.
Yet again, love Chad's voice. Love the guitarist. Always forget his name. He's one of my
Ryan
favorites. Dude can fucking write.
Well,
He
here's the
writes
thing,
catchiest
dude.
Shit.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Like, a lot of the lead parts you'll hear are actually Chad.
Really?
Like, some of, like the crazy solos and shit that you'll hear on some of these, it's Chad.
Okay.
Like, a
Good
lot
to
of
know.
times.
Wow. I know he's a good guitar player.
Like, you remember Follow You Home on All the Right Reasons? The first, you know how they got, like, the solos in between verses?
Yeah.
Those first two big solos you hear, those are Chad.
Oh, shit.
The last one, the slower one towards the end, that's Ryan.
Well, mad respect. Look.
Isn't that crazy? No, Chad's a fucking hell of a guitar player.
He's a Canadian frat douchebag, but goddamn is he a good songwriter.
He can write. He can play the fuck out the guitar. Yeah. His vocals, as much as I think he is a great singer, can grate a little bit on it.
Right.
But it is a great fucking guitar player.
But all in all, man, like, my 5, I love. Everything else I love. Look, honestly, my number 5 would have been Betrayal Act 1 if there was vocals in it.
Sure.
Because I love just listening to that. It's so well done. But if there was vocals, that might be my top 2.
Well, I mean, before we get to what your number 5 is, what was your dishonorable mention? What scored the lowest?
Must Be Nice, dude.
Must Be Nice?
Yeah.
Must Be Nice didn't do well for me, I don't think.
Yeah, because you know what? As much as I kind of like a few songs by Primus, I didn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, Must Be Nice actually, crazily enough, Must Be Nice did okay for me. Like, it was kind of middle of the pack.
It was just getting through the weird guitar stuff. It was just like, the first thing I got, I'm like, man, who likes Primus in that band? Because that's the whole vibe of that song. But whenever, like, the chorus comes in, I'm like, damn, this is a good chorus. This is a good ending. But it was just getting to that. I'm like, I don't like this song at all.
It's funny that you get Primus out of it. So, because literally what I wrote was, this week on Nickelback thinks they're ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Like, that's... I said instrumentally it's kind of a bop, but the lyrics are goofy as fuck, even for Nickelback standards.
Is that dun 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 dun? Like, that is the most... But yeah, I get the ZZ Top vibe of that definitely too. So, which honestly is... Primus is whatever's the bass player. That's his biggest influence.
Les Claypool.
Yeah. It didn't work for me.
Basically I'm gonna actually give you 2.
Okay.
Because I have 2 dishonorable because one of them scored 1.9, the other one scored 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
So the worst offender of them all was Every Time We're Together.
Every Time We're Together. Okay.
I said, remember Photograph? What if we did it again? That's literally Every Time We're Together.
I just did the verse was interesting. Not a fan of the drum tone, and the chorus didn't care for.
No, I said it's Photograph with a way worse chorus.
But at the end of it, like for that one, the song was just okay. Like there was nothing great. You know, that was like, yeah, that's it.
My right after that at a 2.0, I have After the Rain. I just put Jesus Christ, I just don't fucking care. That's all I put. I just don't fucking care.
Right. I was like, okay, so we're doing like this Montgomery Gentry country album, anthem theme. That's what I got out of that one.
Yeah.
That one didn't make, my list whatsoever.
Yeah.
But.
Like there's one other song that like I don't really care for, but the rest of them I at least kind of like. But like my top 3 are all scored very well. But let's does it matter who's going first?
I believe it. Oh shit! It's actually me.
Well, then, you said Betrayal Act 1 almost was your number 5. What actually was your number 5? Home. Okay.
I really liked Home. I love I don't know if it's a piano. I don't know if it's a guitar. I like that little echo piano thing at the intro.
Yeah.
Like
you let that slip when we were getting Gaddies last week. You were like, I was like, I feel like our lists are the same, and you straight up was your number 5 Home. And I forgot, and I said no, and you're like, well, then they're not.
Well, that's not the same. No, I did. Exactly.
You let that slip.
I did.
What did I give Home?
No, this was one of my, the song was, in reality, was okay. I love the instrumentals. Chad's just doing his thing, of course, whatever. The chorus, I absolutely did love. The chorus is what really saved this one from just being a part of it's an okay Nickelback song for me. But the instrumentals, I'm a sucker for a nice, good, clean, but it's not just guitar and bass. You throw a piano in the background, but the fact that they gave the piano a delay effect sold me. That was one of the most interesting things to me that I don't really listen, I don't hear that much, a delay on a piano. Fucking got me with that one.
That's interesting that you say that, because for me, I really liked the verse. Mm-hmm. I didn't care as much for the chorus.
You didn't care for the chorus?
No, I literally have that written down.
Okay.
I was like, I think this is my first time hearing this, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. I said the verse had promise, but the chorus did damn near exactly what I didn't want it to do. Like, it just sounded like a Nickelback chorus to me.
Yeah. It was just like that kind of soft tone, but like it kind of like it gave me like a, what am I trying to say here? It's not like it gave me a vibe. I'm not trying to say that, but just like it hit a certain pocket with me because I do kind of like that ambient type of. It's hard to really pinpoint it. But like out of everything else, Home just became the only one, like out of all the other songs.
Yeah.
That just like it's what I had to put for 5. Like,
yeah.
You know, like it just. Do I love Home? Not necessarily.
Sure.
It's okay. But there's certain aspects of the song I'm like, okay, I'm feeling this. This is good, you know, but there's nothing grand about it. Oh. You know, the guitar, it is kind of like that dun 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 dun, just very basic, you know, I guess Nickelback, you know.
It was kind of middle of the roadie for me. It scored like 3.5.
Yeah.
So it was, I mean, technically it actually wasn't too far from making it because my number 1 or number 5, whatever the fuck, scored a 3.8, so it wasn't too far away. Oddly enough, my number 5 is the Betrayal Act 1.
The Betrayal. See, look, man, this kind of makes me kind of fucked up because normally we don't put non-lyric songs on this. So you know what? Fuck you. In my list, I'm putting Betrayal Act 1 because that's way better of a song than Home. 100%.
Sorry, Home.
I love the Betrayal Act 1. That's what I'm saying. If Betrayal Act 1 had any sort of like, I don't even care if it's some oohs and ahs from Chad.
It would have made it bigger.
3.
It would have made it bigger.
Top 3
So,
songs.
like, because that was what I was saying, like, before we started getting into this, I was like, dude, if my number 5 made it, what does that say about the rest of the album? Because, like you just said, we're not doing Steve Vai albums here, dude. We're not trying to fucking put instrumentals up. Right. But, like, I put, it was a very interesting way to end a Nickelback album. They've never ended an album like this before. I'm very glad that it took the outro spot away from Every Time We're Together. And I mentioned it definitely stands on its own. Mm-hmm. It stands on its own 2 feet. Speaking of 2, where the fuck is the Betrayal Act 2?
Never even wrote it.
Yeah, doesn't exist.
Doesn't there's not like a little like, well, we try to do a little tab here, like try to write something. No,
nothing.
Just one.
There's Betrayal Act 1 and there's Betrayal Act 3. That fucking frustrates me to no end. This is still Nickelback post being a great band. They have glimpses of greatness, and they're on this album. There are glimpses of greatness on this album. They also do stupid Nickelback shit, like not writing a Betrayal Act 2. Whatever album comes out next, because goddamn it, do we need a follow-up to keep rolling sooner rather than later? Betrayal Act 2 better be on that motherfucker.
Right.
Because this irritates the fuck out of me. But yeah, dude, it's
so beautiful.
It's so not Nickelback.
Right. Like there's no aspect of any guitar that's like, oh, okay, I've gotten that vibe or I've gotten that essence from another album, another song that they did. It is completely different than anything.
When have they ever even touched a classical guitar?
Because it's like, they're like, all right, cool. We write catchy stuff. We write pretty great solos. We got some heaviness actually in this album that was shocking. Let's really show these guys, like our fans, what we can do. That's what I got out of it.
I really want like a studio video of them doing this because I want to see what everybody's doing. Right. I want to see because obviously there have to be like I think there's a couple other extra musicians in there because I think there's like some orchestral shit going on in the back of this one. But like I want to who's playing that main guitar riff on the classical? Is that Ryan or is that Chad? It might be Chad. If it's Chad, either or, whoever's playing that main riff, you are getting props from me. Because it does, and it's also weird that Betrayal Act 1 is at the end of the album. I like it from the stance of it being an instrumental ending an album. They've never done anything like that. But it also would have been a really good precursor to Act 3 because Act 3, the intro of Act 3 is very similar to the main riff intro of Act 1. Yeah. So it's kind of weird how everything falls. I don't know. The track list on this record is kind of weird to me.
Like
I personally would have changed a few things.
In my eyes, like the Betrayal. And then the Betrayal part something either at the end or right behind Betrayal as like a break in the middle of the album. And then we got the rest of the album, which was kind of okay. But you know what
Can I tell you exactly what I would have done? I would have opened it with the Betrayal Act 1. How it is.
The whole album?
I would have opened the whole album with Betrayal Act 1. Now, Feed the Machine's a fantastic opener from the standpoint of a setting the tone type of opener.
Right.
But you really would have thrown people off with Betrayal Act 1. I feel like with it being at the end of the album, not a lot of people are going to give it that much attention.
True.
Throw it at the beginning. Tell a story with the betrayals. Have an Act 2 act as an interlude. There's 11 tracks on here. Make it 12. Right. Put track 2 at 6 or 7. And have it just – I'd make it an even shorter instrumental. Less than a minute. Just a little something with like maybe like some creaking guitar behind the main riff, like some creaking electric guitar coming up, like kind of filling the space behind the main riff, and then end the album with Act 3. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
You know,
that would have made the album, and well, not just the album, but this whole Act 1 to 3 actually made
it would have made it make
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense how it is right now. It does not make sense because the Betrayal Act 3 is like it's about the death of Christ. Like listen to lyrics. Like it's 100% about the death of Christ, so, which is weird. Like this is the band that's talking about that. You just betrayed him a moment that we've all been waiting. No one can save him. We'll get to that later. Trust me. But yeah, like crazy way to fucking. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But like they are good songs. The betrayal idea really could have been something bigger. What do you got for number 4?
Single Majority. And we'll talk about Basics album, of the song.
Yep.
It's a very just basic alternative.
Silent Majority?
Did I say?
You said Single Majority.
Yeah, Silent Majority.
Silent
Sorry.
Majority.
I'll put an extra couple shots of vodka in this.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
No, so Silent
Keep
Majority.
drinking.
Man, like, it's very alternative. It's really just Chad's vocals in this one. He's repeating a couple things, but it's like, I don't want to say gospel-esque with his vocals, but it's very just, he's very high tone. He's very up there in the octaves and stuff like that, and it just feels kind of just, I don't know. I really can't fucking say the right words for this one because at the end of the day, like there's nothing truly impacting. I just enjoy. This is one of the few, I will say, because at this point we're hitting my favorites of all time. Yeah. But Silent Majority, like everything flows together. There's a lot of songs in this album that's like you get really good instruments. Chad's doing this kind of thing. They don't really flow because also we've gotten out of the industrial sound of this album. So to
there
me,
is a little
this was kind of like that nice, like okay, we were going back to what Nickelback does.
And that's an interesting point that you make there, and I'll get to mine in a second. Not to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like you're saying that this is the one that you can just kind of just lay back and just enjoy it because
that's what I'm trying to say.
It exists and you like that.
Yes, it does, but like just the whole just going through the song, it's like okay, it's just 4/4 count, it's just boom tap, and you're just very very basic, but just a great listen to for me all around.
I don't even need to read what I wrote because I can tell you exactly what I wrote because it's one sentence. I put basic ass Nickelback core.
You're damn right it was.
It's basic
and
ass
I agree
Nickelback
with that.
core.
Yeah.
Like it is when you think what's Nickelback core, that Silent Majority.
Like my note is good rock sound, very basic but good. Yeah. That's all I could say about it because there's no solo, there's no craziness. The drummer is just pretty much the same beat the whole time. There's a little bit of a not even there's really nothing to this song. It's just that break of everything that they've tried to do in this song, of this whole album.
That's cool. My number 4. Mm-hmm. We're starting to get into like, hey, it's pretty good. My number 4 is For the River.
For the River, okay.
I'm running for the river. It's kind of the way that you feel about Silent Majority, where you can just kind of just kick back and I like that.
Yeah, that's
me in For the River. I can kind of just kick back. I like this. It's got a spanky ass riff. I really like the riff in here.
I love the riff in the chorus.
Yeah.
The verse, I mean.
Yeah. I really enjoy the riff. There's a whole lot of – my only complaint is there is a whole lot of Chad going, gotta run, gotta run.
I did not like the pre-chorus in this song.
There's a whole lot of that.
True gripe on this song. But
that little low voice thing where, once again, this week on Nickelback Thanks for ZZ Top.
Yeah.
He literally got Billy to teach him how to do that during All the Right Reasons. So, like, anytime you hear him do that, that's like – yeah, but yeah, I mean, I love the riff, I love the pace, and it's just I kind of just can shut my brain off and enjoy that one.
Yeah,
nothing special about it. I just like it enough. Now the next 3, I fucking love, and I have a feeling me and you are going to be in similar company on the next.
Most likely, I just don't know about the order.
I don't know about the order either. I know that I think number 4 might be our only real difference. I'm trying so hard not to look at your notes because I want.
I know
surprise.
they're right here, so
I want the surprise.
I've been trying.
I haven't even glanced. I want the surprise. What do you have for 3?
Coin
for the fucking ferryman. You're goddamn right. It is. It's coin for the ferryman.
Like that riff.
So good.
I'm gonna say exactly what I have in my notes. That riff is perfection.
So good. Can I tell you? Can I tell you right now? It's so hard to play.
Really?
It's in drop B.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
So you know how most of the time whenever you do like hammer-on pull-off stuff, like a lot of times you're going for like index to ring finger on. It goes ring to index. So instead of going like a 10-12, they're going like 12-10. Like open 12-10 on that first one, and it's like, wow, the fuck? Like I can't do it perfectly.
Okay.
I can't. It doesn't sound like it's anything crazy though.
I've never tried a single song on this album.
Try Coin for the. If you try any of them, try Coin for the Ferryman. Drop B. Play it on that PRS. That's what I learned it on.
Okay.
It's that PRS right back there.
That's
but
actually A sharp right now. I've been doing a lot of like Chevelle and Breaking Benjamin.
Oh shit!
Actually, a lot. I've been. Jill finally is actually liking what I've been playing because not to get off topic this, but I'm playing a lot of Sleep Theory.
I like Sleep Theory.
They got some fun riffs.
Yeah,
it's very basic, but they got some fun riffs.
Sleep Theory. I like Coin for the Ferryman too. It's a fucking fantastic song, dude.
All right, we're gonna get to it in a bit. We already know it's on the list. For it to follow the first song,
yeah, that's a
you got
big
that
ask.
whole different, because that first song is. We have not gotten anything like that from them.
That's a tone setter, dude.
And then you get this beautiful wonder, just I want to kick a kid in the face riff from Coin the Ferryman, and then Chad comes in. It's like, in my eyes, like, yeah, Nickelback, we're back.
Yeah, dude, I literally
good...
wrote best riff on the whole album.
Yeah, 100%.
I said this is the best version of Nickelback.
And to me, out of this whole album, it's the only song that can actually follow the first song.
Yeah.
And still
it really
be, like,
is
kicking ass from
it really
the first
is.
two and stuff like that. It's such a fucking fantastic song.
I said that I said this Nickelback has a trope of the songs about hanging out and getting high with the homies. This is the best version of that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something else? I jumped the gun.
Okay.
Coin for the Ferryman's 2 for me.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So what's 3? The Betrayal Act 3?
Feed the Machine.
Feed the Machine's 3. All right, so I know you're 1.
That's insane.
Okay.
I was so certain I had Coin for the Ferryman. And no,
Damn, you
so
didn't.
Feed the Machine got a 4-3. Coin for the Ferryman got a 4-4.
Damn.
Feed the Machine, I said, great opener. I wish the rest of the album kept this tone. And I was like, the lyrics are a song like this. They had something similar in style on the previous album, Edge of a Revolution.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cringy. Like, the lyrics were kind of cringy. So, like, they easily could have made Feed the Machine cringy as well. But they didn't. It's actually really, really good. So, for the audio listeners out here, I fucked up. My Coin for the Ferryman's actually 2. His is 3. My 3's Feed the Machine. What's your 2?
It is The Betrayal.
The Betrayal Act 3.
Act 3. That is my number 2.
Yeah. So we know what ones are. For
100%. We know what our ones are.
So let's go ahead. Since we're talking about them all right now, let's just go ahead and say this. So,
let's dissect.
So I've got Coin for the Ferryman at 2. He's got Betrayal Act 3 at 2. I've got Feed the Machine at 3. He's going to have Feed the Machine at 1. And I'm going to have the Betrayal Act 3 at 1. Let's just go ahead and get this out on the table so we can just talk about how great these songs are.
So we know how badass Coin for the Ferryman is.
Yes.
Betrayal of the Act 3. The whole intro is fucking sick.
It is.
The whole intro. The way Chad comes in makes it more sick. For the Betrayal Act 3. It's heavy as fuck. I thought Feed Machine was the heaviest thing they would have ever wrote. And then you get to Betrayal of the Act 3. My fucking God, that shocked even me.
It is the heaviest song in the catalog.
It really is. The thing that keeps to Feed the Machine, for me, is Feed the Machine. That is... I have my, Saving Me, of course, is my favorite song they've ever done. It will always be number 1.
Right.
Too Bad right there. You might feel different. Feed the Machine, that chorus is my all-time favorite chorus from Chad that he's ever done.
It's really good.
Discography. For me, just the way he holds out the note, it feels so powerful. And then the whole sound of Feed the Machine, I'm an industrial person. I'm kind of going into a little bit of industrial metal.
This scratched
style.
the edema kick for you.
Yeah.
It also was like, fuck, dude. I was every time I listen to Nickelback, I'm like, fuck, I wish they were El Nino.
Right. And then it's like, in Feed the Machine, it's like, I hate saying the word. I hate the term gent, because gent is just the sound that the guitar makes. It's not a genre. If anybody wants to come fight me, I'll fucking fight them. That is not a genre. That is a sound of the guitar that makes that genre.
Well, he be playing that 7-string
fucking,
Explorer,
there's a tones I'm like, did he just fucking play a gent fucking sound on that? Oh shit, and really, to be honest, I'm gonna sit here and say this: between Feed the Machine and Betrayal Act 2. Oh, no. Act 3.
Yeah, there's no 2.
If we can put both of them as one, that's exactly where they would be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have a top 2. 2 could just go away. It'd be the Feed the Machine with the Betrayal.
Well, I'm looking at this right now, and I can tell you where all these songs are going to land, so that's not going to happen. I got lucky on this one.
But, like, it's, dude, and at the end of the day, I love Nickelback. I'll forever love them. No matter what they write, they'll always be that, good part of my heart. But this album shocked the
Coin for the Ferryman, Betrayal Act 3, and Feed the Machine are such a hellacious fucking trio of songs. So, all 3 of them, so fucking good. Like, and not even on like the Nickelback scale, on like the hard rock scale. These are all 3 really good ass-kicking songs. And the Betrayal Act 3 is the baddest ass song about the death of Christ.
And
That's
we
not
have
close.
one of the most badass solos and not shred.
Bro.
Fucking dude. When that drummer like he's not shredding. And I love a solo. He's not up there he's low. No. And you can make it as badass. Look, man, hands up.
Dude, killing it.
Fuck y'all. Nickelback's great.
Dude, this fucking album kicks ass. These songs kick ass. Yeah. Now, lucky for me, Betrayal Act 3 is going to be number 1 because it got 1 and 2. Feed the Machine got 1 and 3, so Feed the Machine is going to come down here to 2. So, that's good news right out of the gate. We know that. You know what else we know? Coin for the Ferryman. You're number 3. Guess what? It's staying at 3. So then that means Betrayal Act 1 is going to go to 4. And that just leaves For the River and Silent Majority. And I don't fucking care, dude. That's up to you.
I don't either.
What do you want? What do you want?
They both have the same exact vibe.
Flip a coin?
Sure.
Let's flip a coin, dude. Silent Majority. You want heads or tails?
Heads.
All right. It's flipping. You got heads.
All right.
It was right there. Heads. All right.
For the River, man. Basic as fuck, but it's just a good vibe. Silent Majority, same exact thing.
These are basic-ass nickelcore, both of them.
Yeah. They know how to write. They know their stick. They know what they're doing, and you can't argue.
No. I tell you what else you can't argue with. The fact that number 5 is Silent Majority. Number 4 is the Betrayal Act 1. Number 3 is Coin for a Ferryman. Number 2 is Feed the Machine. And number 1 is the Betrayal Act 3.
But the fact that it's still crazy to think about the fact that the Betrayal Act 1 made it, because how many albums have you gone through? We're just like, we're not putting that in because there's no lyrics. It's just instrumental.
I've been given so many instrumentals, just 2.5s, just to fucking give them a place in the world. But no, this one
still got a 3.9 for me.
3.8 for me.
Right.
Now that's done. We need to put another Nickelback in the wheel at some point.
It's a short episode.
Yeah, we've had a few about
this. We didn't have our...
Well, we've got to go eat. We got to go eat, and then we've got to do another episode. We've got to put another Nickelback album on here at some point.
Do you want to go ahead and put it in there?
So, what do we've got left? We've got Curb left. We've got Long Road's already on the wheel. So then that means we've got Dark Horse, Here and Now, No Fixed Address.
We only have Long Road on the list right now.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Yeah, so it either needs to be Curb, Dark Horse, Here and Now, No Fixed Address, Keep Rolling. I think it needs to let's go ahead and put No Fixed Address in there so I can get rid of that piece of shit.
No Fixed what?
No Fixed Address.
Okay.
They called it No Fixed Address because they recorded it in like 6 different fucking studios.
Ew. Why do bands do that?
To piss me off. Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Like,
I don't know.
If you're on tour, that's fine, but
record in the fucking van like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's what Linkin Park did. Mike Shinoda brought half of his recording stuff and did it on the tour bus while they were out and about, and then got it produced.
Yeah.
Way after.
Yeah. Dude, with digital recording now, like, you can do it wherever. It doesn't fucking matter. You're just plugging straight into the laptop anyway.
Back in Hybrid Theory.
Yeah. You're just plugging straight into the laptop and hitting on Pro Tools anyway. It's no big fucking deal. Ugh. So, next week, or in a couple of hours for us, Austin was like, here's the thing. We're going to have to knock out 2 episodes in one day. We're going to make this as easy as possible. I would like to go ahead. This is his words, not mine. I would like to go ahead and get this fucking Hinder album out of my life.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting it since we put it in there.
You have been.
So we're going to talk about Hinder, Extreme Behavior in a little bit.
It's fucking extreme behavior, dude.
It's, boy, is it.
And people, look, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm going to wait till next week before I get into this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad we're doing Nickelback now so I can have my comparison fucking notes on how people treat these bands.
Yeah. Oh, dude, trust me. Like, this is, of Hinder's discography, this is the, in my opinion, like, what's crazy, they have a bunch of albums, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't realize
they have a bunch. Well, Austin's only on the first two. Like, first two or three. Yeah, dude,
Really?
they have a different vocalist.
I might need to try the different vocalists then.
He just sounds like a guy. He just, like,
Okay.
It's kind of the same like Saliva did the same thing. They just got a guy who just sounds like a fucking guy. Doesn't sound anything like both Saliva and Hinder did the thing of like, hey, we know that we have this lead singer who's not necessarily great, but has a specific style. Let's just get somebody that sounds like they tried out for American Idol, but they wore their fucking skinny jeans with the holes in the knees, and Simon didn't really like those. That's kind of what both those bands did, Hinder and Saliva. But yeah, it's Extreme Behavior, in my opinion, if you're going to listen to Hinder, it's the only album. And I'm not saying that means it's the only good album. I'm saying it's the only one that should fucking matter. I saw them live, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to pull the set list up.
Let's go.
Because it was, it happened.
You might change my opinions on some of this shit, but
I doubt it.
Lie. No.
We'll talk about it in a little bit.
The song's bad. 20% are good.
That's fair. That's fair.
I just have my own personal vendetta, and I'm gonna tell you a story about why I just fucking hate these people.
You guys got a lot to wait for next week. You're gonna hear Austin really just fucking hate rank an album.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like I told you this on the phone. This is as much as I'll go into it because I want to save this because this is going to be a very interesting development and dichotomy between me and you.
Because I've had one album I've given you that I thought you kind of would like a little bit, and you gave me exactly kind of what I thought was that Linkin Park style.
Oh, fucking Danger Kids.
Yeah, Danger Kids.
Yeah.
I knew you were either going to be like 50-50 on like, yeah, they're okay, or I didn't really fuck with them.
That was okay.
You gave me the okay. I expected that. This one, I don't know.
There is one song that I love on this album.
Same.
There's one song that I love. There is 4 or 5 that I don't hate. And then the rest I don't give a fuck for.
I had to fill in the 4. 2 of them I put just because I just felt like they just have to be on a list. Like, you can't not put them on a list.
It's going to be fun. You guys have to wait a week.
Shocked me.
You guys have to wait a week. I don't. I have to wait like an hour. So we're about to go have dinner. It's going to be great. So we'll catch you guys next week when we talk about Hinder Extreme Behavior. Until then, I'm Rob.
I'm Austin.
Thanks for hanging out.